Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So as you guys see by the title, we are going to be doing a cycle update. The last time I posted a video or posted on my community tab, I was letting you guys know I started a new cycle. My last post on my community tab, I believe I told you guys I was like high fertility, and then since then I've went ghost, and I have a reason. Today is June 8th, cycle day 18, y'all, and I don't know what's going on for this cycle. My hormones are basically like that. For those that are new here, I do have PCOS. Yes, I got pregnant with my rainbow baby, but here I am trying for baby number 2 with PCOS on my 3rd cycle, and so far no luck. So today we're gonna go over my Inito, tracking, Mira, and pre-mom. Today I spoke to a rep from Inito. I stayed 10 minutes, y'all, on that call for the lady to explain everything that's going on in my cycle. For those that are using Inito, you can email them or you could call them, and I love the fact that you could call them and talk to somebody or email them and they respond to you right away, like less than 24 hours so far for me. So today I spoke to someone and she basically gave me the breakdown that I needed to understand what's going on in my cycle, because I was getting really frustrated. I'm still frustrated because I want to really know, but she made me more at peace, and I'm just gonna ride out this cycle, just see what's happening. Hubby and I were still doing our thing on our end, but tracking, you really want to know what's going on. So I'm going to be screen recording with you guys and showing you my charts on this side. First, we're gonna start off with Inito. So I'm gonna open Inito. So today, cycle day 18, but we're gonna backtrack and go into last cycle leading up to this cycle. So last cycle, this is my 2nd month using Inito, just to put that out there. Last cycle I got my peak fertility on May 7th. I was cycle day 14. So but last cycle my hormones were really low. This cycle my hormones are higher. So that was that for last cycle. Now Inito told me that I was supposed to expect my period on May 22nd, and y'all, May 22nd I woke up to my period, so it was correct. All right, moving on to this current cycle. So period started May 22nd and it ended May 30th. I spotted the 31st to June 1st. Now with Inito, they ask that you take a reference test on cycle day 6. So my cycle day 6 for me was May 27th, and I was low fertility. Of course, I was 6th day in my cycle. So I did my reference test, and these were my results. My estrogen was 98.97, LH was 0.91, PDG 1.21, FSH 0.18. Now I don't know what was I thinking, but on my 2nd day in my cycle, so cycle day 2, my flow was starting to pick up, so I was curious to see what was my numbers like. So I took a test on May 23rd, and low fertility of course, and these was my numbers. Estrogen 79.16, LH was a 10.25, PDG 0.31, FSH was 0.33. So those were my numbers for that day. Now cycle day 7 I did another test, low fertility of course. I did 2 tests that day, and the reason because when I did my first test, my morning test, my strip was really dark, And so far, since I've gotten off birth control and tracking, my strips are always dark early in my cycle. So, and I saw my numbers to show that. So because I saw that it was dark, I took another test again in the afternoon. Of course, it was light. So cycle day 8, I missed my test, and then cycle day 9, I got high fertility. When I saw this, you guys, I got so excited. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna ovulate early, because last cycle I didn't get high fertility until cycle day 10. So to get it a day early, y'all, I was like, I think I'm gonna ovulate soon. But this was my numbers. Estrogen was 129.85, LH was a 9.98, PDG 0.24, FSH was 1.3. So when I saw this, you guys, I was like, okay. Now I couldn't do anything, of course. With hubby, I was still bleeding. So the next day, cycle day 10, I did 2 tests again, and these were my results. Cycle day 11, you guys, I did 3 tests, and for this day I had a high estrogen, I had high LH, PDG was going up but not super high, and my FSH peaked on cycle day 11. So we're gonna go to my chart real quick, and cycle day 11, my FSH went up a little bit. Now I'm gonna take off PDG so you guys can see. So see, whenever my LH is the purple, whenever my LH goes up, my FSH goes up as well. So going back to the calendar, when I saw that, where is cycle day 11? When I saw that, you guys, I was like, okay, I really think I'm going to ovulate soon. Now, Inito recommends first morning urine, but because I have PCOS, I test multiple times per day. Today I had a call with a rep. I think I said that in the video. I asked her, I was like, I know you guys recommend first morning urine because that would be the most concentrated urine, because you're not getting up and stuff. So they're like, yeah. So then I said, for someone that tests multiple times per day, am I messing with the algorithm, or is the device going off of the accurate result? And she said the device choose, if you test multiple times per day, it choose the best and accurate result based on where you're at in your cycle. So if the app thinks you're going to ovulate, right, whichever highest number and accurate number that the device see, it's going to choose that number. So saying that to say this, cycle day 12, you guys, that was June 2nd. Look at my morning's test. My morning test was 9:48. My estrogen was 198.49. It's gonna rain. I'm by the window. My estrogen was 198.49. My LH was an 11.76. PDG 0.47. FSH 0.32. So going back to my cycle day 2 test, my LH was like 10 and some change, right? Comparing that to this, I would have thought I would have gotten a peak fertility because I'm up from that number, and going from this number to my cycle day 6 reference number, I'm way higher than that number. But I didn't get peak fertility, you guys. I tested again at 1:43 p.m. and that was my number. And then I tested again in the afternoon. My estrogen rose to 246.92, LH was a 6, PDG almost 2, and FSH 0.25. Even though I got that huge spike in LH on this day, Inito did not give me a peak. So with that high estrogen, it basically thinks I'm about to ovulate, because you know estrogen rise to trigger ovulation, and then that causes a spike in LH. So on this day, right, I got the darkest line, you guys, on my strip, and I'm gonna show you guys that with pre-mom. So hold on. So here was my strip on pre-mom, y'all. Cycle day 2 where it says peak. My strip was a 0.92 and it gave me a peak. So when I saw that, and going back to Inito's numbers with the 11, I was like, well, pre-mom gave it a peak, why didn't Inito? But y'all, it's two different devices, it's two different tracking systems, so they both have their own different reference. All right, so that was cycle day 12. Because I saw that dark line with my strip, I went ahead and baby danced with hubby, because you never know. All right, cycle day cycle day 13, nothing. 14, nothing. High fertility. 15, nothing. 16, nothing. Still high fertility. So that's 8 days, you guys, of high fertility. And then yesterday I got low fertility, and these were my numbers. And then here I am today, still low fertility. However, let me go back. Yesterday, is it yesterday? No, cycle day 16, sorry, Thursday. On Thursday, June 6th, y'all, 6 tests, because I was like, what the heck is going on? So my late night tests, I try to do a evening test when I get off from work, or a night test before I go to bed. So I did a late night test, you guys, and my estrogen was 323.33, LH was at 8.09, PDG 1.77, FSH 0.05, and y'all, still no peak. So I was like, you know what, forget it, I don't know what's going on. Now I know I'm doing all these tests, you guys, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my cycle. Anyway, Friday, the next day, low fertility, cycle day 17, and today low fertility. So this is what it's saying as of today. Your levels of estrogen and LH have not risen yet. It's been saying that, but then it gave me a fertility status. It says your LH has not risen adequately yet, and Inito could not provide peak fertility. It is possible that you may get an LH surge later. In case you wish to discuss with our team. So when I saw that it recommended to call the team, I went ahead and called the team, and that's when I spoke to the lady. So this is a full breakdown of my cycle with the chart. As y'all can see, it's just up and down, y'all, and because my hormones are fluctuating, this is what the lady explained to me when she went ahead and reviewed my chart. Because I have PCOS, and because my hormones are just fluctuating, it's hard for the device to give me peak fertility, because it's still trying to figure out what's going on with my cycle. Let's jump into Mira. So On Mira, y'all, my graph is going to look crazy. I wish Mira would have a graph like Inito. Instead of Mira, whatever result, it's just like this, instead of having that nice little pattern. So I wish they would fix that. But my graph on Mira is going to look a hot mess, and you guys are going to see right now. So on Mira, it's saying that I ovulated on cycle day 14, and I think it's going off of what happened last cycle, because last cycle I did ovulate it on cycle day 14. But as of today, I'm low fertility, 3 out of 10. It's not even saying how many days past ovulation I am, because I guess it hasn't confirmed ovulation either. But here's my chart for Mira. I started testing with Mira on cycle day 5, and this is where we're at, y'all. Like, you see the up and down, like, yeah. But based off Mira, it says I ovulated June 4th, cycle day 14. However, look at that spike in PDG on cycle day 17 test. Now remember, in Inito, I had that spike in LH on cycle day 16, and then on here I had that huge spike in LH. It went back down, and now today it's going back up. So yeah, so that's Mira. But when I checked the Mira tips after I did my test today, it's saying your fertility score is 3, which means your ovulation will start in 5 days. So here's my testing results with pre-mom. I started tracking on cycle day 6, and I was a 0.4, and then this is where we're at. Cycle day 12, I had that peak. This was the same day that I had that 11 on Inito, but Inito didn't give me a peak fertility, but pre-mom gave me a peak. And then later in the afternoon I tested again, and it was still dark, the line, but it wasn't dark like in the morning. So this is where we're at. And then here's my calendar. So cycle day 12, I had that positive, and then going off today on pre-mom, it says I'm 5 DPO. So that's where I'm at, you guys, in my cycle. But I just wanted to give you guys the breakdown of what's been going on. Like, with all that information, you guys, can you imagine how I feel? The lady from Inito said if my PDG continue to rise, then the monitor should update and confirmed ovulation for the spike that I had on cycle day 16, or I'll probably have a spike in LH, and that will be my peak. I hope that I could come in my next video or on my community tab. I post there, you guys. When you don't see an updated video, I'll post on my community tab. But I hope after this I can give you guys some good updates and not announce another cycle, but we're just gonna have to see. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping that I didn't leave out anything, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.